Gen 3 Tundras, well, they've had kind of a bad rap, but the reality is there's good, there's bad, and there's downright ugly. But we're gonna discuss that in this video today, so let's get it. Now, what we're going to talk about really pertains to most Tundras sold. We're not going to get into the nitty-gritty specifics of the Platinum, but there are a few things that I'm going to go over that are just in certain models. Now, I don't know about you, I can't stand overpaying for stuff, and that was one of the things when I bought this truck I didn't pay attention to, and that's some of the accessories that you buy from Tundra. Take, for instance, the floor mats. I purchased a Tundra floor mats, all-weather mats, thought they were going to be good. I should have thought a little bit better, should have looked at them a little bit better. The reality is they were way overpriced. I paid over $350 for those Dagnum floor mats by the dealer, and they don't even cover all the floor. That's why I now have Lasfits in here, because they have an amazing coverage for a very cheap price. I'm talking $150 for an entire set for a 4-door Toyota Tundra. You can get fronts and backs, and they have great coverage. Not only do they have them for Tundras, but they have them for every other vehicle as well you could think of. And honestly, been super happy with them. I'm never buying Toyota accessories again. Now, the technology in these trucks is great. It's wonderful. Now we have these large screens that have really great real estate. But the problem is they don't always work. I have fought so many issues with this Tundra and this screen that it really kind of aggravates the heck out of you sometimes. Now, I initially had a little bit of an issue with the dash cluster when I first got it, that it would sometimes go completely black, and really it was kind of a little bit annoying because you had no way of knowing what speed you were going. That has since been fixed, but they still not fixed the issue, at least the issue I've had with now multiple different Android phones, and that is Android Auto keep cutting in and out. There are times that it doesn't even recognize it on the screen, that I have to hit and hold the button to restart the main system for it to finally recognize my phone. While that may be a trivial thing, it's kind of a pain in the butt to sit there and hold that down and hopefully it starts, especially if you're trying to make a phone call or if you're receiving a phone call. You got to try to get it all hooked up, or else you're going to be talking with it in your hand, and we all know that we can't do that anymore. Now, the other bad thing about the screen is it has built-in navigation. The problem is you gotta pay for it. It's all hidden behind a paywall that you've got to pay for. And I want to be honest though, when I had it, I didn't like it. I would much rather have Android Auto when it worked properly. So the lackluster of that is really kind of a disappointment. It's something that you spend this amount of money on, you'd expect something decent in there. Now, I've heard a lot of people complain about noise and quality of fit and finish. Honestly, I don't have those complaints at all about this truck. This truck, to me, is not really no noisier than any other vehicle I've ever owned, and it rides really good. Honestly, I feel like this truck is a great compromise between a car and a truck. When you're pulling a trailer, it still has enough, I say, suspension there to be able to handle just about any trailer I've put behind it. I have put 24-foot deck overs, I put 24-foot enclosed trailers, all the way down to 10-foot lawnmower trailers. And this truck has never had an issue pulling any of those. And I don't even run a weight distribution hitch. I am one that can't stand weight distribution hitch. That is one of the problems I have with the F-150 that I had in the past. It did not pull a trailer worth of crap. And I had the Max Tow Package 3.5. I had to have a weight distribution hitch. It was just such a pain in the rear. And I wanted a truck that didn't do that. And this truck allows me to hook up whatever trailer I have, not have to worry about going down the interstate, highway, whatever it is, and getting blowed all around off the road. I don't have that problem in this. Now, as far as the quality of stuff goes, I've been really happy with this truck. This interior has held up very well over the last 2 years, and it really has, to me, shown how durable this leather is. Now, this is a Platinum, so it's supposed to have leather in it, and it has held up very well. There's no seat cracking, very easy to clean. Even with a 3-year-old in the back seat, I'm able to clean the stuff off very well when she spills something on it. Let's talk about power, because this truck has plenty of power for what it needs. It is very good at what it has in it. I will tell you, I've had a 3.5 EcoBoost Now, I'll be honest, I felt like the 3.5 was a little bit faster. I felt like it had a little bit more response to throttle. Maybe that's all I'm feeling in this truck is a lack of throttle response sometimes. But I do have an issue of sometimes when I get on the throttle that there is a hesitation. Now, they've had TSBs and stuff for it. It has supposedly had all that done to this truck for that issue. But I still find it having hesitations from time to time. And that really is quite annoying, especially if you're trying to get out in a spot that's really tough to get out. It seems that it's always going to mess up at that point. Now, with the motor that's in there, it's supposed to be more fuel efficient. While it is more fuel efficient than the Gen 2 Tundra, I will tell you it's not that great. My 3.5 Ford had much better fuel efficiency, but I don't care about that, honestly. It's very minute what the difference was. It may be a half a mile per gallon. I know on the interstate it's a good bit more. It's probably about a mile per gallon more than what I had on my 3.5 EcoBoost, but I would not trade this truck in at all for a Ford. I am over those trucks. I don't like them. They don't pull worth a crap. This truck really has the total package. Now, something else that is really not great in this truck, and that is the wireless charging. I don't know why they even put it in this truck, to be honest. I have found the wireless charging is pretty much junk. No matter, even if you don't have a case, to me it does not do very well. It's very slow. Honestly, you're better off plugging in to a USB cord and charging that way, which is what I do. Unfortunately, I plug into the cord because the wireless charging is terrible. There are a couple things I want to show you on the outside, so let's jump out. Now, this feature may seem a little cheesy at first, and you may question, why is it there? But for me, I have found it very invaluable for a few different reasons. But let me show you what I'm talking about. So on certain models, in the tail light on the driver's side, you happen to have a button for the tailgate. Now, you may question, why is that such a great feature? Let me give you a quick demonstration of why it is and how I actually use it. These are not jobs, but just to say they're jobs. But for instance, generally a lot of times I'll go to a customer and I have to get jobs from them, and I don't realize I'm necessarily picking up a job, and my hands will be full coming out of their place. And well, sure, I can go around and like fight with the tailgate, try to make sure that I hit the button and get out the way. But with this, my hands can be completely full. I don't have to worry about anything, and I can take my elbow and hit this button and get right into my tailgate, which to me is very invaluable. Now, this is probably the most aggravating. We're gonna do a remote start, which, you know, everything goes good, truck cranks up, not an issue there. But I don't know who thought this was a great idea, because when we go over here to actually open the door, well, yeah, that's a pain in the butt. But now we're gonna get to two of the ugliest things, and the one is really somewhat of a simple one to an extent, and that is there's absolutely zero tow hooks on the front of this truck. And honestly, I didn't even think about that until way after I had purchased the truck, that there's actually no tow hooks on the front of this truck to be able to pull yourself out in a situation. It's nice to be able to just have a nice little tow hook to wrap a strap around, pull yourself out, you're done. But guess what? She doesn't have it. Now, the worst of it all is really the issue going on with the Gen 3 Tundra Motors. If you guys haven't seen, Toyota has recalled over 100,000 engines. This motor is also part of that recall, and I've been on that recall for quite a while. Now, it has not been swapped over yet. We still have the original 3.5, or I guess technically the 3.4 motor in this truck, which it has been great, knocking on wood. But I have seen some of the motors blow at 50, 60, 70,000 miles, and we're already approaching that. So I really thought we were kind of safe. We had missed all that, but the reality is we're still not out of the clear. And even getting the motor swap, I don't know if we're going to be clear at that point. Now, the overall verdict, in my opinion, I have put nearly 50,000 miles in this truck, and honestly, I have enjoyed every minute of it. I could sit back and worry about a motor blowing, but the reality is any truck could have that happen. It's not just Tundra, it could be any truck, any vehicle. So why worry about it? You know, you could sit back and worry about it, not drive your truck, but I'm going to enjoy this truck, and I have enjoyed it. It has taken us on many trips away from home. I have to take it every day to work. Never once had an issue. Now, I'm not saying I'm not going to have an issue, but overall, I've been very happy with it, and I do feel that Toyota has been very responsive to the issues at hand. I mean, not many companies are going to issue the recall and actually replace an entire engine assembly, turbos and all, for this type of deal. I mean, there has been numerous cases from other manufacturers that they're going to wait and let something happen to your vehicle before they actually do something. So I feel that Toyota has been very proactive in it. Is it the greatest thing? No. I mean, it would have been nice if it didn't happen, but the reality is they've owned up to the mistake, in my opinion, and they're doing a very good job at it. Now the question is would I go back and buy this Tundra all over again? And the answer is yes, I absolutely would. I've had Chevrolets, I've had Fords, and honestly, the Tundra to me is the complete package that anybody could ever want in a half-ton truck. Now, it doesn't say that it's the absolute flawless vehicle. No, it has its problems, let's be honest. Now, whether or not you feel like this is the truck for you, that's a call you have to make. But I can tell you, for me, it is definitely the one that I have chosen, and I will continue to stick with for hopefully years to come. But we're gonna end this video off here. I appreciate you guys for watching. Stay tuned, we got so much more coming up. I appreciate you all. We'll see you on the next one.